Hello, everyone. It's Fred again from Notes of a Nomad, video number 263. Today, I want to share with you perhaps a thinking exercise. I'd like you to join me and think about some principles that have come over my desk in the last week or so. And the reason is the world's pretty chaotic at the moment. Donald Trump has been in the White House for over a month, and people are getting upset and discussing about tariffs and stopping the war and how he's going to cope with things in the Middle East, et cetera, et cetera. And there's all blah, blah, blah. What's going to happen? So the thinking exercise I'd like to do with you is go through a set of principles and see what the world would be like if more people adhered to these principles. Now, these principles come from Agra Speakers International. Agra's been around for about 9 years, and a few years ago, one of the members, I believe in Madagascar, suggested it would be nice to have a set of principles that the Agorian members would be able to adhere to. So these principles are still in draft copy, but we're working on them and ultimately they will be published. But before that, I thought these came over my desk and I think it's appropriate. Let's look at them and let's think about what the world might be like if more people in the world adhered to these principles. So let's start with AGRA's um, mission statement. AGRA empowers you to become a brilliant communicator and a confident leader who will actively build a better world. Now, these principles and values are broken into four different areas. So, as we go through them, let's think about maybe how this could help us in the world if people did adhere to some of these principles, if not all of them, because there's quite a few of them. They're broken into four different areas: humanism, tolerance, progress, and leadership. So, let's start with the first area, humanism. So, humanism, as we are humanists, we believe in humanity's limitless potential and the value of each individual and each life. And we don't discriminate. We believe that all humans are born with the same dignity, the same worth, the same rights, and the same potential. Now, wouldn't that make the world a bit better if that's the way we operated in our normal day today? And we act with kindness and charity, and we help each other. We try and work with compassion and help all of these challenges that people are facing in the world. And also, we act with empathy and strive to understand each other because everybody has their own unique background, their unique story. And, if we're empathetic and we understand, these are the keys to avoiding conflict and create a peaceful world. Also, we recognize and honor our roots. We understand that there's different history, different culture, different art and traditions and beliefs. And these are the pillars of building a better world. Just think of that. We recognize and honor our roots, and we actively to search and engage and connect with other people to learn their points of view from the different countries, their different traditions, and to celebrate our diversity and our multiculturalism and create long-lasting bonds. And we commit to improve our communities and the world at large. And we recognize the value of both small acts of kindness and the large philanthropic endeavors, because each of them contribute to building a better world. So that is about humanism. So let's go to tolerance. While we respect the individual's freedom, each person has the right to make informed choices about their own life, free from unwanted coercion or authority. And we are tolerant. We respect the right of others to think differently. And no matter how offensive sometimes these ideas might be, and even if we deeply disagree with them, and we listen, we cannot fight prejudice, show empathy, or build bridges without first being willing to listen to what other people have to say. And as we progress with tolerance, we fight ideas, not people. So we don't, when we disagree, it's about the ideas, not the people. We might not like the idea, but not the person holding it. And we never resort, to personal attacks, etc. And we do not impose ideas. We believe in debate and dialogue and discussion. And we strive for peaceful coexistence in a peaceful world. That is the tolerance side. Now, what about progress? Well, progress can be affected. We're skeptical. We question things. We constantly challenge ourselves and our ideas and proactively search out the strongest arguments that can be yielded against challenges, because good ideas can only become great ideas through criticism and scrutiny. And we recognize our faults because no human being is perfect and without errors. And we embrace evidence-based reasoning. We believe in, science and rational inquiry are essential tools in helping humanity progress. And also, we believe, we recognize that emotions, intuition, and subjective experience shape people's understanding. They all have their own vision of life from their own experiences. Not everybody sees the same thing. And we foster curiosity and lifelong learning. We recognize, there's always something to learn. It's never too late to learn at any age and start learning about something. And when we come to the next section is leadership. We lead ethically by personal example and never at the expense of others. And we believe that life is a non-zero sum game. We apply our creativity to solving conflicts, find solutions that present a win for all sides rather than dividing them into winners and losers. And we push our limits. We know that growth begins at the border of our comfort zone. So getting out of our comfort zone, we look elsewhere and we bravely push to take on new challenges, unafraid to fail. And we accept failure. Just as we accept our own intellectual errors, we accept our own failures and mistakes. And, failure's inevitable. And we learn from failure, and we do not demean others for failing. And we hold ourselves accountable for our actions. Wow, just think of these. These are the principles that we're discussing in Agra Speakers so we can share with Agorians, and hopefully more people in the world will apply many of them, if not all these principles, because no one's perfect. And why do I share that? I'm an old man now, but I have a, purpose in life. And one of the main purposes is help share what Agra has to offer. So with that, hopefully you help, help me go through this thinking exercise and say, what would the world be like if these principles were adopted by more and more people in the world? So with that, I'll say adios, au revoir, wishing you, your family and friends, lots of love and laughter. Until next time, bye for now from Fred and Notes of a Nomad.